Morning, everybody. Wow, I guess I have my volume up too loud in my ear. I just blew my ear out. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show. Yes, you are. And it is Wednesday, middle of the week. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. And we've got a special guest. It's not going to be me just railing against everything, that's going wrong in the world today. No. I've got Conner Halstead with me this morning. Good morning, Conner.
Hello. Good to be here.
Hello. That was good.
Was that good?
Hello? Yeah. Do you know if you have Siri, right? You have Siri?
Yes.
Have it?
For like a couple years.
Okay. Well, I just got a new phone. I got a new phone yesterday, and I'm so excited. And I'm just, I'd had Siri at different phones that I'd lost. But so the last one, though, I had to keep it because I kept losing my phones, and I wasn't going to be able to get a new phone. And finally I did. And she's amazing. And if you say hello, what'll come back is it me you're looking for? And she is so much more fun. Something has happened to her. They have given her much more intel, and she's a much better AI than she was before.
It's just the first step in the machines taking over.
No, it was scary because Samuel got the phone away from me, and of course, he's 12 years old, so the first thing he says is butts, and she goes, "Butts? That's not very nice." And we said it at the same time. That's what was so funny. And I said, "That's not very nice." And he said, "How did she know what I meant? How did she understand what I mean by that?" And she said, "I don't know. She's probably looking at you. It's probably someone who's watching you, and they figure it out." But she was answering questions and responding to him like a 12-year-old kid. It was very scary. It was scary. It was. So
yeah, I have it turned on. Mine is Australian Siri. It's you can change the voice. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, this is like way higher level than you're ready for. But you can go in there and you can actually change the accent that your Siri has, or you can make it a guy Siri.
Oh, I like that. I'll do that.
Yeah, you like that? You like the guy telling you what to do?
Yes, instead of having this girl, talk back to me and tell me how stupid I am, I just have the guy. No, but she does. Whenever
Could you turn it to Sam's voice? Could you make it your husband's voice?
No, that's too much. That's way too much. No. But to have her talk back to you when you say something that's stupid, and the way I can hear it in her voice, I can hear the eyes rolling in her head about something I say, but I haven't had GPS. Can you imagine me without GPS? I'm so lost as it is so many times, but not have GPS and someone talking me through it. And the girl at Verizon, I said, "Okay, now you promise if I put in an address, this person's going to talk me through it and get me there." And she says, "Yes, yeah." Now I can have a male voice do that as well, right? Tell me what to do, where to go.
Yeah. Okay. It's the exact same. It's just you change the
voice.
The voice. But I think the real question here: what happened to all your phones?
I just left them places where I didn't. I shouldn't have left them because someone either picked them up or I don't know where they are. But there's one phone that Christy, my oldest daughter, got me I was like the newest phone, and she had one of those what are those things they put on it that keep it from cracking? The Otter. She had one of those on there. It was expensive. It was an expensive phone. And I mean, within 2 weeks, it was gone. I couldn't tell her. And so I didn't want to answer the phone or do anything. She says, "Well, wait a minute. This isn't, why don't you have your phone? Why aren't you carrying your phone around?" And I had to tell her. I was so embarrassed. And I just feel like one day I'm going to find it because I think it's somewhere on the property.
You're going to lift up the couch cushion. There's like 6 phones.
It could be. You know me. But I really do. I feel like it's somewhere there. And I know no one else has ever lost a phone or anything like that. That's why when they said Hillary Clinton had 13 phones, and I said, 13 phones? And they said over 4 years. And I started counting up how many phones I've had over the past that I've lost or left somewhere or did something to. So anyway, I've got to be better with this new phone. I've got to be better. And I've got to always remember where it was when I left. Because I'll put my phone in my pocket, and I don't like to carry a purse. I hate carrying purses.
Me too.
I'm so glad. This is horrible. And so, anyway, that's my biggest problem today. So if that's my only problem, that's okay.
Well, I've downsized even from a wallet.
What is that?
Yeah, so this is what I'm doing right now. It's actually just a binder clip.
It is.
But it's kind of my money clip for right now. I've purchased. I was testing it out for a couple weeks to see if I liked them this kind of way, and so now I've purchased one and it's en route. But I stole this from the office, so I'll return it.
But isn't that difficult? You have to take that apart.
Oh no!
Don't you have to take it apart and open it up?
I've mastered it. But by now you can kind of just slide it in.
You can, and it's a large money clip, girls, and so. But no, he's got mostly all of his credit cards and his ID and all that stuff in there.
Thousands of dollars of debt right here in this little clip.
Right in that one little clip. That's great. In introduction to Conner, some of you that are joining us on the radio on 104.5 and 106.1 has not heard Conner's voice yet. But he's been coming by the Cindy Cochran Show for a long time. And I've known him a long time, but he is the youth minister at the Conroe Church of Christ. But he doesn't want to say that and limit your expectations of him because he knows so much about so many things.
So many things.
And he's in tune. He's really in tune.
So in tune.
With the millennials and the young people, even the teenagers. You understand that. And then you have part of you as an old soul that you can relate to older people like myself, right?
I would never call you older, Cindy, but yeah.
There you go. That's why I like this guy to come on the show.
But let me just say, last time I was here, y'all were deep in the throes of trying to get FM, and it hadn't worked yet.
Right.
And this morning, as I drove in, I listened in crystal clear FM quality,
right,
on 106.1. So that was really exciting.
It is so much fun to hear him say, because I never get to hear my show on there live. So I had Samantha put the phone up to the radio in the car and say, let's see what it sounds like. The first day it came on, and it sounded so good over the phone. And that was a crummy phone. That was before I got the really good phone. And it sounded
that was like 3
good.
phones ago.
Yeah, that's right. What's today? But anyway, Conner's a great guest because he can talk about anything. I mean, some people that come in here, if they're with the oil company, that's about all they want to talk about. That's all they can talk about. But he has, his finger on the pulse of many things that are going on, and especially the young people. And that's what I like is he's like the bridge to the youth that we can find out what's going on in their heads and what's happening. How have they reacted to the election?
Well, I think there's been probably as many mixed reactions with younger people as there have with older. I think younger people probably are less excited in general about just Trump and what all that was going to mean.
Right.
I think a lot of people are playing off of just, we're so social media driven, and people read things on Facebook or they see things on, Twitter or whatever, and that kind of becomes their news source. So I think a lot of people, that is kind of the driving factor behind a lot of reactions to things. But I think for the most part, I would say that younger people more often than older people are not real excited about this.
But Cindy, I wanted to tell you, I was thinking about the situation of social media, exactly what you were saying, and applying that to other world events. So I don't know, can you imagine if social media was around when Jesus Christ was around?
Yeah.
And about how mainstream media would handle that. And all the misinformation, all the protests, all of it.
There would have been clickbait. It's like, Jesus spoke, and you'll never guess what he said. Click here to find out.
Free food on the hill. Oh no, other than those things too, it's just kind of funny to see how people are reacting to this.
Well, they have a whole string of the media meltdown of the way people reacted to it in the media, the anchors and all that stuff. That is just hilarious. If you want to go to YouTube and find that, I think that's one of the top ones that has been played because it's ridiculous. And Richard and I were discussing it. We think these kids that are protesting just want to get out of school. Is that your general impression?
Well, when I was in school, I would have done just about anything to not go to class. So I'm not going to count that out. But like I said, I think that especially young people get excited about like a cause to fight for, and whether they really know what they're doing or not. I think that they just young people are energized by things, and so even though this is maybe a negative energy, I think they're really fired up and energized to go stand for something.
Well, the worst thing is it tells you your opinion can have an impact depending on numbers. So you say I'm taking the day off Donald Trump won the election, like, and I'm the only one that said that, then no one would be okay with that. Like, no, you're getting an absentee, but then it's like, oh, he lost the election. I have 20 people who agree with me. I'm out of here.
Right.
And that makes it okay.
Yeah, but it amazes me how they're playing all the school administrators, because the administrators are afraid to do anything or say anything against it. And it doesn't make sense. I just wonder how long this is going to keep going on and on. But as long as you can miss a class and you're not held responsible for it, then it probably will continue, don't you think? That nobody's getting after them or mad at them?
I don't know. I'm going to milk it. I haven't worked in 8 days, so I'm going to milk it for all it's worth, I'm really going to see how far I can stretch this out. No, I don't know. At some point, it will just, I think everything kind of comes back to balance at some point. And so I think at some point, life will people will
get back,
just go to work or school. And
right.
And they may not be happy. And the distrust or the people being upset, that'll probably last for a long time, maybe even for 4 years.
Right, exactly.
But I think at some point you have to just go to your job.
Go to your job, go to school, go to class, and listen to the Cindy Cochran Show. That'll just help balance everything out. Just come back to us. We're going to be right back after this break with Conner Halstead, and we're going to talk about flirting, the art of flirting. And I don't know two people that know more about this than Richard and Conner. So we're going to be talking about that. So don't go away. Be right back. The Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
The Cindy Cochran Show, the first daily talk show serving Montgomery County.
An estimated 1 in 10 births will result in a neonatal intensive care stay, also known as the NICU. Overnight, a family can find themselves and their newborn baby in a critical situation. The Mila Foundation financially and spiritually assists families in need. If you would like to volunteer or become a monthly sponsor, please visit us at www.themilafoundation.org. Again, that's www.themilafoundation.org, because every life matters.
Listen in on Mondays at noon to hear the East Montgomery County news. News from our Precinct 4 Commissioner Jim Clark, Precinct 4 Constable Rowdy Hayden, our local nonprofits, school districts, and events that matter to you, residents of Porter, New Caney, and Splendora. With your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information, check us out online at facebook.com/EMC News.
If you are looking to start a career, you can start your professional life in the U.S. Army. I am Staff Sergeant Stephen Jackson. My fellow soldiers and I can talk with you about learning high-tech skills in electronics and computers as a soldier. Interested in the medical field? The Army has skilled medical and dental jobs that set you up for future success. Come visit us at 2109 West Davis Street, directly behind the Whataburger on Highway 105, or give us a call at 936-756-7002.
The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. This is Real Reality Radio. I just want to keep reminding you that. And we're here Monday through Friday, 10 to 11. We are on 104.5 and 106.1, and globally, don't you listen to that, globally, we're on irlonestar.com. So you just can't miss us, and then soon to be on TV on Suddenlink here in this area.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
Yeah. So
and on
they
YouTube.
can see you. We're on YouTube and on SoundCloud. That's the archives.
Okay.
But YouTube, you mean the streaming part of it?
Well, I just listened to, I guess that's not live. It's not live on YouTube, but that's where the archives are going to be at.
Right. So you just listened to Bob and I?
I did. I listened to you and Bob. Was that from last week?
Yes. He was on, and he's just an open book now. I mean, you listen to Bob, and Bob's going to tell you from when his life went down to the depths of hell, and then when he's come up and he's doing better and getting on with life and his outlook on life. So he's been very transparent with his fans and let them know what's up and what's going on. But he's so well known, and when he comes on, it's like you when you come on, and we immediately get these hits on the Facebook page because you're there. And I bet you forgot to share the fact that you're going to be on the Cindy Cochran Show this morning, Conner.
Well, I did, and part of that's because we didn't talk about it until last night at like 10 p.m. So.
Thanks. Okay, all right, you're cleared. All right, shut up because you're going to get Richard started, and that's going to be.
Oh,
wait a minute. But did I reach out to you?
no, I reached out to you actually.
Okay.
So this isn't like you didn't drop the ball or anything.
That's
I
right.
just, I just had some time this morning, and I thought, I wonder what Cindy's up to over there, and on the Cindy Cochran Show. So.
See, and because we love to have you anytime you want to be on the show, you are welcome. But and what I love about Conner being on is because we get to talk about relationships. Now that Richard is,
We don't have to, but we can.
he doesn't want to. He wants to talk. We're going to talk about football and sports and that kind of stuff and some movies. We're going to do that.
Okay,
but
perfect.
I just want to get this part in about flirting.
Okay.
Flirting is such an art, but I mean, and people either instinctively know how to do it, or they, practice what they're going to say or practice how they're going to act, or they ask their friends, what do you think I should say, and that kind of thing. Are you in the school of, look, this is who I am, I'm going to just act like I am, and so I'm not going to flirt, I'm going to tell the girl I like you, I want to take you out, you want to go out? Is that how you are? You just want it to be very real and you don't want to do anything fake?
I'm not real good at like lines and games and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's I just don't have the skill for it or whatever, but people who drop the hey girl, well anyway, I don't even know. See, I can't even come up with one right now. But I think probably what I try to do is just make somebody laugh. I mean, that's probably kind of maybe where I start with, I guess, or showing my 6-pack abs maybe is always a good start. But that is not.
Oh wait, your dad. I'm just going to retract something. I mean, not retract. I'm going to retrace something right now. Your dad at the Bandina camp every year, he and Daryl Bledsoe would do the grossest thing, and just to gross all the kids out and to make them look like, hey, I can relate, and y'all can make fun of me, and it's okay. That they would stand there and they pull their shirts up.
They would,
and you think you're going to get to see, like the 6-pack, and it wasn't there.
It was less than it was a few less than a 6-pack.
Yeah. It was. I don't know what.
To be clear, I think the rule was if the girls were going to be walking around showing their stomachs off,
right,
then these fat men were going to walk around showing their stomachs off as well. So they would give them a little sneak peek of what that might be like.
Yeah, that's exactly right. No, it was so funny because girls would. I mean, you're coming to a Christian camp and they've given the rules to you, and then you dress like that. I don't get what they're doing, and it's just not fair. But no, but your dad did that, so I was just thinking, you would be much better at doing that than your dad. Yeah, I must say.
I don't know if that's weird or not, but I appreciate it.
Because I was there, experienced that.
Yeah.
Okay, so flirting. Now, when a girl comes up to you and she's very flirtatious, is that put you off, or does that make you feel like this is the person I want to be with because I don't have to work very hard at this? She's doing all the flirting. She's doing all the, what you usually have to do to go out on a date and that kind of thing.
I just carry the engagement ring around at all times, and as soon as someone walks up, I just so far it hasn't worked yet, but a lot of proposing. I do a lot of proposing. No, I don't think it's bad if a girl, if a girl's gonna flirt back a little bit, or even maybe walk up and say something to you.
Yeah,
I think that there's especially for people like me, sometimes I can be kind of oblivious to what's going on, and so I think sometimes you may not realize that somebody is trying to, if they're just staring across the room hoping to make eye contact, you may kind of go about your day and miss out on, you may not ever see it, or you may not connect with that. And so
that's what would kill me about boys, and that aggravates a lot of girls, annoys a lot of girls, because they try and say things and do things, but guys are always so involved in whatever they're doing, like if it's sports or if it's hunting or whatever that it is that is their thing to do, and the girls are trying to get to have conversation with them and make them understand that, hey, I want to be with you and I don't know how to make this happen, and they never get it. Like a lot of guys just don't get it, and so I just wondered if that puts you off, so that girls would know that, hey, this is not the way you're going to go after Conner. So if you were going to write something to be able to hand someone and say, this is what I want you to say and do and be, so that I might be attracted to you. because it's hard for a guy as well. I mean, I don't know how you break the ice with people that you meet. You meet a lot of people. You go to conferences. You do all that stuff, and that when you see somebody you like, do you try and get to them through a friend, or how do you work it out?
Well, I'll just say that nowadays, in general, I think things are a little bit different. Where there's so many avenues to connect with somebody through like technology or whatever. I think those are a lot of times the ways people will it's kind of a low risk way to maybe reach out and say something to somebody is through like a text or whatever.
So you don't have to hear their voice saying,
exactly,
"Shut up!
Yeah,
I don't want you in my life."
And I'm not sure that it's necessarily the best or the whatever, but I think that's the reality for
right.
just where we are now. But yeah, I mean, I think however you can make a mutual connection with somebody is probably a good thing. That way you're not like the random creeper dude who just walks up out of nowhere. Although sometimes that works, but if you have a friend in common or if you have something in common that you can
right.
talk about or a way to kind of get connected with that person, I think that's always good.
Well, being over a large youth group like you are, and that you've got all these different, personalities, individuals out there, is there a lot of romancing that goes on? I mean, guys are flirting with the girls are flirting. You watch that and think how futile it is sometimes.
Oh yeah. They all have the truest love that's ever been known.
Mm-hmm.
No one has ever loved as deeply or as truly as they do.
Right.
Now, what I love is I follow a lot of students on Instagram and other social media, and I love the ones who it'll be like, it seems like it's just the rate of like escalation of relationships where it's like from stranger to my one true love can be like 3 or 4 days or even less sometimes. And they'll post something where it's like, you know me more than anyone has ever known me. And
they post that?
Oh yeah. It'll be a picture of some like 14-year-old, like just total goofball looking kid. It's like, oh, you're my world. Oh, time stops and we're together. Or they'll quote some like, they'll quote some Backstreet or some, not Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
Whatever the kids are listening to these days, they'll quote some lyric for some stupid song.
Uh-huh.
And anyways, and then a week later they won't talk anymore.
Right.
It comes and goes. So.
And you can't tell them anything about that. You can't tell them that's how it's going to be.
Oh, I make fun. I'll make jokes about them. I'm not afraid to.
You do. Okay.
Trivialize their high school relationship.
There you go. I like that about you. And the parents are probably really happy about that if you do that. Is to make them feel stupid about it. Okay, so anyway, so you're not going to give me anything on this, right? You're not going to say to me, well, I got shot down whenever I walked over to a girl and said, you're so good looking. I just had to come meet you. You're not going to give me any of that kind of stuff because that's not ever happened to you.
I don't know if, I can't off the top of my head think if it's happened or not, but that's not maybe my style so much is to walk up with a hot line or anything like that.
It's not. I mean, just say, I don't know how to say this. I've never said this to a girl before, but you ever done that?
I think
kind
I've
of
never
stuff?
said this to a girl is the ultimate line. Hey, I've never said this before.
And they buy it every time.
Every time.
Boy.
That one woke Richard up. He's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, use that one a lot. No, you're right. Richard is exactly right. And what about...
I never do this, but...
I have to tell you something. I had a dream about you last night.
Yeah.
Does that one happen?
That might be too much. Dream?
That's too much?
I dreamed about you? Like someone you just met for the first time?
No. That you've not, now you're
okay.
trying to break the ice with them and
okay.
stuff and say, you know what, I had a dream about you. And then, of course, they're going to ask, well, what did I do? What was, I can't tell, that kind of thing.
See, the test is you could say, hey, I had a dream about you. And if they say, oh, that's cool, run away because they are not interested. They do not want to pursue anything further than that.
Yeah.
But if they're like, oh, what was the dream about? Then you at least have at least the door is still cracked open.
That's right. Uh-oh. What, Richard? When Richard, all I can see is the mic being pulled toward Richard, and I think, oh, he's getting ready to say something. Did you have something to add, Richard?
No.
Oh.
This is quality.
All I can see. That's what I've missed cues. So if he's trying to tell me something, with this finger right here. This one. If he goes like
That's
that.
the pointer finger for
Yes.
everybody listening.
Then let me know.
He has a different symbol with another one.
Right. And seeing people are now are
That's how I flirt.
yeah. That's
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's it. Well, never mind.
no. There's people looking in the glass from the Conroe coffee, and they're waving. And so when he waves or does anything to them, I'm thinking, oh, is this over? We should go now. But we're also outside on the sidewalk, so they're hearing us everywhere. And you can drive around and listen to us. So
Shout out to Conroe Coffee because I'm drinking something delicious here from them right now.
okay, I told him give him something like different. And he goes, and she gave you, I think it's mint and chocolate.
It's not mint.
She said there's mint in there, and there's a candy cane in there. There should be a candy cane, whipped cream, and all kinds of stuff in there.
I see no candy cane, but who knows?
Maybe it's already melted.
You guys don't inspect your coffee when
No.
people,
I did open it.
there's
and it
a
was
whole
like,
candy cane in that coffee.
I opened it and it had a mound of whipped cream,
Whipped cream,
that I
yeah.
could not see beyond. So
No, they've got the best coffee, don't they?
So good.
It's just-
No, that's their Christmas promotion. They put treats in your
presents.
presents in your coffee.
Yeah, there's a whistle.
No, I promise that she told me she's going to put a candy cane in there. So, anyway, so you're trying to get me off the subject. You're just like the substitute teacher. If you talk to them and get them off the
I'm
subject.
filibustering you.
Yes. So we don't have to talk about it. But I'm just very curious about how a poor guy. That was excellent. You did good.
You're getting off topic, Cindy.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry. But he just used Connor just used the cough button.
There's a cough button.
Yeah.
Used as intended. Not a big deal.
Yeah, but thank you for highlighting my great use of the cough button.
I was proud of you. Anyway, okay. So, how hard it is for a guy to meet a girl, anyway, and to date and to do all this. Bob Smiley's talking like he's got so many girls texting him and all how he has to deal with that. And so I was wondering if maybe you want to go into stand up or something. So if you want to think about that.
Yeah, I'm actually announcing my career change right now. I don't want to, for someone like him, he's up on stage in front of, hundreds or thousands of people all the time.
And so we've got a break. We got to go to. He's really giving me the finger, the index finger.
The pointer finger.
Come on, Cindy, wind it up. You're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show. We're going to be right back, so do not go away. Real Reality Radio.
The Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
You're going to need me.
You're going to need us.
All of us.
You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food.
You're going to need our determination, our compassion.
You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring.
And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Today, 4-H is growing the next generation of leaders.
Hi, it's me, Cece Holmes. I'd like to take this time to invite you to spend your Sunday evenings with me, and of course Sunday Evening Jazz, where you will hear the best in smooth jazz, traditional jazz, and indeed so much more. That's Sunday Evening Jazz every Sunday from 5 until 7 p.m. right here on Longstar Radio, Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM.
Lone Star Boxer Rescue is a nonprofit organization serving Montgomery County and surrounding areas, dedicated to the health and well-being of the boxer breed. Lone Star Boxer Rescue is run and managed 100% by volunteers since 1999. Our main objective is to rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome boxers that come to us from many sources, including local animal shelters, owner surrenders, and strays. For more information about Lone Star Boxer Rescue, visit our website at lsbr.org.
The Cindy Cochran Show, the first daily talk show serving Montgomery County.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. We thank you so much for listening. We even have Conroe Coffee listening in because we have this big window now between us, and they can come over there and watch us as we speak.
I think they wanted to clarify they don't put things not supposed to be inside the coffee.
Only edible things or drinkable things.
If it's part of the order.
Well, she said she was going to put. I ordered a coffee for Conner, and she said their Christmas coffee is chocolate and mint, and they're going to put a candy cane in there. And Conner said he never saw any of it. So either you swallowed it whole, or it probably melted.
Maybe it can
immediately.
Melt. I'd almost rather have the candy cane just like for afterwards.
Oh, okay. Or to
like
dip
separate,
in it okay.
Just to eat. But I have not gotten to the candy cane yet. I'll keep you posted.
Okay,
it's
good.
Probably gone,
good.
guys.
It's probably gone.
Let's apply logic to hot coffee and a candy cane.
And chocolate and mint.
Don't come at me with your logic, Richard,
Yeah.
okay?
Can I tell you a funny flirt story?
Yeah.
That involves candy canes?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, so
did y'all start eating on separate ends of the candy cane?
No. This is me not applying logic, actually.
Yes.
So I at school in Abilene, there was a girl in my class, and we got along very well. She was one of my lab partners, and I finally just go, hey, after we're done with this thing, do you want to celebrate and come over to my place, and I'll make us something as a celebration and she likes candy canes, so I said I'll make you something with some of the candy canes. So I found a recipe for this is where I didn't apply logic. They have a lot of recipes with liqueur and candy canes. And what most people think when they hear liqueur is not that strong of an alcohol. It's kind of a sweetener, really. That's why a lot of times it gets added to a lot of cooking products and things. And this particular one had a drink. And so she came over at maybe noon, and we had coffee. We had peppermint liqueur coffee. And it was really cool. I made whipped cream from fresh, and I shaved some peppermint and things like that.
Golly.
Really impressed her. Well, anyway, she didn't take the bait, and she never wanted to see me again. And I was like, and this is me not thinking through it. So later down at school, I was like, is everything okay? I really enjoyed hanging out. We were on the back porch just drinking coffee and just talking. We had a great time. And she's like, this is what she tells me. She's like, well, I really had a good time, Richard, but I think drinking at noon just isn't a good idea.
Oh.
And I was just kind of like, well, that was in the recipe. And I was I apologize. I don't drink at noon. It was just part of the recipe. It was part of
5 o'clock somewhere, babe.
But I also try to, you can't defend yourself from that. Because it's I was like, it's just liqueur. It was 20%, 15% alcohol. And I'm talking that's if you drink 12 ounces. Yeah. So you don't, I probably put a teaspoon of it in there. But yeah, it was pretty funny because thinking back about it, I was like, that's really when she was very conservative. So
I just don't think that's a good idea.
And of course, this branded me in the lab.
Did it?
Oh yeah,
you were the day drinker.
I was the day drinker. People were like, "So what are you drinking over there?" And I'm like, "Oh man, I'm never gonna hear the end of this."
Yeah, you brought your tumbler to class, and everybody's like, what's in there, big boy?"
But flirting with alcohol is not a good idea for.
No,
I think that's how most people do it.
Well,
just not at noon. Maybe not at noon. I think that maybe that was the critical error.
It was just really funny though, because I just didn't think about it until afterwards.
That's
funny.
Like,
I guess you could see that as being bad.
Yeah,
it's got to be where all those horrible moves came from in the lines that guys have. Is after so much alcohol, they would be effective, but not prior to it. And, just sober. I don't think that. Because guys they say the same things over and over again.
Well, one thing that I did learn is she's never been around alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I'm not kidding you. To get drunk off of the drink, you would have to drink probably 12 cups of coffee.
How did she know that it was in there? You told her?
You'd be so hyped up at that point.
Well, I had I had the book open.
Oh, okay.
And I was just showing her, yeah, this is kind of something I found that it sounded something fun. Actually, it was from the Junior League, so I figured it was a high class book and whatever of Houston. And no, it's just because what really pisses me off about girls like this, because this isn't the first time, is they don't tell you. Well, they don't tell you immediately, or not immediately. They don't let you know.
Like she was with you the whole time.
Yeah,
acting
and
like it was a good thing.
Well, yeah, and I was like, and she was drinking it, and that's what blew my mind. I was like, you know what? If you don't like it, then just tell me you don't want it. We can do something. I'm like, I'm not here trying to force you to do stuff. Get you drunk at noon is probably what she thought I was trying to do.
But Richard, you probably were very intimidating to her, and so she just felt like she had to go along to get along, and and all that. Because
here she was, just a nice, sweet college girl. You're forcing alcohol down her throat at noon. What was she supposed to say?
She was nice. The relationship was nice afterwards, but that was the reason. That's the reason she didn't want to go out again. And I was just kind of like, man, I feel sorry for any guy you take out after college because
I think the important lesson here, Richard, that's what you get for making homemade whipped cream. All right,
Yeah.
You should have said
way too much effort. All right,
Well, you should try to do shaved candy canes. That's pretty hard.
Yeah, I would think so. No, you went to a lot of trouble. That's how Richard is.
Yeah, Richard's the man.
First time I've heard him talk about how he's going to get ready for this date, it would be amazing. I mean, I didn't think people even did that anymore. So,
well, another side of that story too is after she left, of course, all my friends came over and had coffee,
mm-hmm.
and so like it was just kind of funny. We're all just sitting around drinking booze.
So she was kind of right in a way. She was kind of right.
Well, no, they all added stuff to it afterwards.
But yeah, that's my defense. It was just a sweetener. That was the chosen sweetener. It wasn't like you take whiskey and put it into the coffee. It was a sweetener.
But it could have been a creepy thing to her, like you were trying to,
Oh yeah, no. Looking
justify.
back at it, it was. Well, I didn't really think about it until the time, and then when she mentioned it, I was like, oh, well, I understand now. I'm not going to do that ever again.
Well, I think guys have a difficult time trying to meet a girl, and girls are so forward now, and they feel like they can be, and that the guys need them to be because they're so, awkward socially about meeting girls. So I just think it's an interesting subject, and maybe it does make you feel. I mean, you shouldn't feel uncomfortable talking about it, Connor. You should explore this area.
I'm not uncomfortable talking about it, Cindy. I just don't want that to be the only thing that we get to talk about.
Okay, all right. I'll restrain myself. Okay, now sports. Okay, tell me, is there anything interesting at all that Houston has to look forward to?
No,
in a sports arena. Okay.
Okay, so maybe the Texans are kind of they're 6-3, but they're not very good.
Did they beat the Jackson?
They did, but
they did.
Jacksonville's very
They're
bad.
like the bad.
Very, very bad.
Okay,
we're playing in Mexico City this week. It's the first game ever in Mexico City. Yeah, so against the Oakland Raiders in Mexico City.
But why?
Well, they're trying to do all this. Like, there's games in London a couple times a year. They're trying to kind of make it a more international sport. I'm not sure it's going to really work, but
they're having so many problems with the attendance and the viewership.
Yeah, ratings have been a little down. I think this last week they finally kind of bumped. I wonder if the presidential stuff affected that with just how much people were watching debates and election coverage and everything like that.
Well, they also blame it on the disrespect to the flag and how many people are doing that.
That's what some people are. There's a lot of different theories as to why. Some is the concussions. Maybe people don't want to watch as much because
they know what's happening to them.
Well, because people are it's ruining their brains and stuff. But
boy, how far along we've come from the Coliseum.
Yeah, that's right. But this game in Mexico, it'll be interesting. There may only be a couple. If Trump builds the wall, it may be a little more difficult to get the players all over there. I don't know. But anyways, I think Houston will probably lose. We'll make the playoffs. My guess is that we'll make the playoffs and then lose in probably the first playoff game.
You think so? You really think that we're okay?
That's what we just can't. Brock Osweiler's not playing well at all, and so if your quarterback's really, really bad, then your team's not going to do so good.
Well, I just thought it was really interesting how they panicked pretty quick about the attendance and the viewership, and they started trying to think of how they can get this thing going. And I wonder if fantasy football is having any trouble, or they're seeing any kind of slide in the enthusiasm for that. So it just kind of blew me away, because I never thought that bubble would burst in any way. That people that love football is going to go, I don't care what's behind the scenes. I don't care what a football player did to his wife or anything like that, because you see all that scandal. But when they disrespected the flag, that was okay. That may have had something to do with it. But you're right. I didn't think about the election. Maybe that had something to do with it.
That's just, I don't know. There's a lot of, I don't think anybody really knows, but that's what some people are wondering, if that has something to do with it.
For sure. For sure. Okay. So there's not a lot of sports to talk about. It's kind of boring.
The Rockets are doing pretty well. I mean, they're not lighting the world on fire, but they're above 500 record, and James Harden's playing really, really good. So.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah.
Except for he dated the Kardashian last year. That was a...
Oh, that's right, he did.
Serious lapse in judgment, but...
what a distraction.
Yeah, she's gone, so he's focused now again.
Okay.
He's playing really good. So
good.
Anyways, so I think the Rockets will be somebody to look out for. Is maybe something could be kind of fun.
I like that you can throw a little shade. That's what I always want to find out about. Like what the relationships are, what the distractions are, who thinks they're better than everybody else, and what they're doing on the sidelines. So I appreciate your input on that. Okay, let's get to the movies. Now there's so many movies out. I can't believe
there's like
so
four.
many.
There's like 4 coming out this weekend to the theaters here.
And there's 4 that I haven't seen. That I want to go see a movie, and Samuel and Cindy went with me, and so Doctor Strange was the only one that I thought we could go see because it's a Marvel thing, and it was fine for family. It's a fine family show, and I thought the effects were going to be really good in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what killed me though in the movie? This isn't going to give anything away, guys. But when he came and he was trying to get this guy, he's trying to make conversation with this guy in the library,
mm-hmm.
and he said, "So your name is what? Wong what?" He goes, "Wong."
Oh,
so just like Wong, like Adele. And when he said that, I was like, "Yikes!" It just brought it. It's like whenever they would break character and play to the camera. Yeah. That always to me would ruin a show.
They were really trying to get some like laughs, I think,
in
Doctor Strange, and I don't know that it really. For me, it didn't hit very many times.
No, he's not. He's not like that. I mean, I like his sarcasm and all that, but that actor is so good. Oh my word, he's so good. And so, but it's a good popcorn show, I think.
Yeah, it was good, and I think it was really like you said, the effects or the kind of like the look of it. Mm-hmm. It was very like I don't know, if, like trippy is a word that people would still use, but it was kind of almost Inception. That scene in Inception where they fold the cityscape over on top of itself. Yeah. There was a lot of that kind of stuff. It was almost like the world was a kaleidoscope, and they were turning it over and over again as people were moving around.
When I see things like that, I think about how much money is spent on that effect. Gosh. So they got to come up with a movie that they can use it again with, so it gets amortize that cost out. And because
Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, that's right. Did you see a sequel coming?
Oh, these Marvel movies. They're just going to make them for like 20 more years. Because I've already heard that Doctor Strange is going to be in the next, I think it's maybe the next Hulk or Thor. Or it's one of those movies. He's going to be a companion character for the next one. And then when they pull the Avengers back for Avengers 3, I'm sure he'll be involved in that.
Right.
And then there'll be Doctor Strange 2, Still Strange,
but
or whatever it's going to be called. Stranger.
Doctor Strange means Doctor Strange Love. It's going to be great. But I do see, I love to see these movies. I love them. I like the action part of it and all that. But Jack Reacher is one I really like. Have you seen it?
I did.
But okay, don't say anything because you haven't gone like I can see it in your eyes.
I've seen Jack Reacher.
I know, but I can see it in your eyes like you're going to say something bad, right?
Oh no.
Oh,
I like Jack Reacher.
You did like it?
Yeah.
I like all of them.
Yeah.
I like all of them. And
the first one was better, I think. The second one was good, not as good. I really liked the first one.
Okay, the first one the ones where he fought the guys at the bar.
Yeah,
there's a girl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were talking about how these movies, when they have the, all the fight scenes and stuff, and there's several people that want to kill this guy, but they all take turns,
one at a time.
Yeah, that's the thing that just
never really makes sense.
It does not make sense to me, but the fact that he kept saying, "Okay, I'm going to give you one more chance to get out of this." I think that's a great line to say to somebody you're getting ready to fight.
Even if you're going to get totally beat up.
Yeah, just to say it. Just to.
There's 5 of you. I'm going to give you one chance.
Yes,
it doesn't seem like these are fair odds for you guys.
I always feel that Jack Reacher characters, you can't be behind them at all. Like, say you're his daughter and you spook him. He's going to karate chop and just take you out.
Elbow to the face.
Yeah. You can't be normal around people like that.
You can't walk up and tap him on the shoulder or scare him around Halloween time.
Well, because in movies like that, it's about 90% of the time he's in a room with people. There's a good chance he's going to punch one of those people in the face.
Right.
So,
I just feel like you'd be on edge, man,
all the time.
How or maybe you're so cool and collected that who cares,
But in that movie, if that was the first one, I thought he was looking tired, and he's not going to probably do adventure type movies anymore. So does he look?
Tom Cruise?
Yeah. Does he look good in?
He doesn't. I think they just put him in a freeze chamber in between movies because he doesn't seem to age or he.
Well, maybe Scientology is really onto something.
That's right. He's clear. He's so clear right now. But I mean, he's obviously getting a little bit older. But I bet he's way older than I think he is. You know, I feel like with Hollywood people, that's oftentimes true. You know, where you think like, oh, yeah, how old is Jennifer Aniston? Is she like 37? And you look it up and she's like 49 or something like that. And you're like, wait, what? Like,
I also feel like there's a lot of parts going into it. Like, who's the makeup artist for the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and who's the cinematographer? Because depending on how you present them, you can make them like they make Tom Cruise look tall.
Yeah.
I mean, he's significantly short.
Super short.
Not anywhere like, oh, he's an average height. No, he's below average on male height. And especially when you see those actors who are like, man, he looks old. So, and in certain movies, people do look really old. And, I mean, it's happening now. Like Kevin Costner in some movies now, he looks old.
Yeah.
But in some movies, newer movies, he doesn't. And same thing with Michael Caine.
Yeah.
And, like, Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford went from looking young to, like, now he's still in Star Wars. Like,
he looks super old.
He looks super old. Not just like, oh, he looks like an older Han Solo. Like, no, how is he still walking around?
But, yeah, I think Tom Cruise is, like, part machine at this point, I think.
He's 54, though.
54?
54,
so,
yeah.
I mean, 54 is the new 44 when it comes to taking
hot takes from Richard over here.
What's the
Well, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, you could tell how old he is. He's older, but he's still keeping it together. He's working out, and
but you know, a lot of these guys, they're their own executive producers. They also can pay for face mapping so that they can get a better look, and they can, you know, take away the wrinkles. And
I'd be more interested to see what his diet is, because I bet he's sitting there, he's taking in more powders than he is actual food.
Well, but he was on Jimmy Fallon, and
Tom Cruise was?
Yeah, and this was maybe 6 months ago, but he looked good. I was like, good grief.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
What has he done? He looks good. And if it is that, the Scientology thing, people...
You think about converting, maybe?
Well, no, I think they need to start selling whatever product it is that everybody is
I think they are selling it. It's called Scientology, right?
I think, yeah, but what do they do in there? Okay, we've got to go to a break, and we'll be right back. Don't go away. We're still here. Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
You're going to need me.
You're going to need us.
All of us.
You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food.
You're going to need our determination, our compassion.
You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring.
And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Today, 4-H is growing the next generation of leaders.
Here we are, another morning in Montgomery County. It's 6 a.m. and all you can do is think about hitting that snooze button. But don't. Wake up with me, your morning radio host of Mornings of Lone Star, Dick. Every weekday morning from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Lone Star Community Radio, join me for some music, talk, interviews, giveaways, and of course Montgomery County's weather and traffic. I'm here to make your morning start. Every weekday morning, online at irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1 with Mornings with Lone Star.
Did you know there are more than 790 abused and neglected children currently in foster care in Montgomery County? Will you help make a difference? I'm Allie Stevens with Casa Child Advocates of Montgomery County. We train and support volunteers to be the voice of children in the foster care system. Kids are removed from their home because of abuse and neglect, and we need volunteers just like you to advocate for these children. To learn more about becoming an advocate, please visit CasaSpeaksForKids.com. That's CasaSpeaksForKids.com.
The Cindy Cochran Show, the most opinionated talk show on radio.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. My guest has been Conner Halstead. Conner is a youth minister, but he knows about everything. So that's why I like having him on. But he didn't know when he came in today that today is Leo's birthday. And you may say, who's Leo?
Who is Leo?
But Leo is the owner of the Conroe Coffee over there.
Oh.
And she's the one that talks like this and goes her glasses
I've met her
and all that.
before.
Yeah, she's so great. I love to listen to her talk. But it's her birthday, so we have to sing a little bit of Happy Birthday. Okay, can we get together and sing Happy Birthday? Jason's going to go get her. She doesn't know that she's.
It's not copyrighted anymore.
Happy birthday.
That's right. So we can. Yeah, we can. And where is she? Where is she? She's got to get. If she needs to come out on the sidewalk and let us sing it to her, because so there's no delay. They have a window open to us They have a window open to us, but that has a delay on it. But out in the street, it's like right there. So is she coming? Okay, we're going to have to start singing it because I only have a few minutes left. Okay, here we go. Come on in.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leo. Happy birthday to you. And many, 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 many more.
Well, thank you.
Well, we've been talking about you, so I want to make sure that... and your mom is here. Her mom is here.
My mom.
Her mom?
We,
Her mom.
We need you to clarify something for us. Is the peppermint, did you put an actual peppermint candy cane in the coffee? Or
No,
is
it's frosted mint syrup.
There you go.
It was.
Oh, I so misunderstood. I said,
No,
there's a
you
candy
didn't,
cane.
but you probably didn't get it. So Caitlin's working for us. She's a new barista, but she's amazing. But I got all this new stuff for the coffee, and I don't think I've told her yet.
Okay.
But there's like peppermint sprinkles that go on it, and then a candy cane.
Okay.
So if you drank it in-house, it's in a nice glass with all the whipped cream, and it looks yummylicious.
Yeah.
It was yummylicious. That was the word I was going to use,
Yep,
actually. Yeah,
that's my word. I hashtag it all the time.
But
Yep.
he only drinks his coffee black, and of course, I wanted to surprise him as he took that first sip. So it was
that
was
was
good.
an $82 cup of coffee. You should feel.
It tasted good. Yeah,
I didn't look at my bill. I should have looked at my bill. No, but what I did was when she gave me to sign off on it, I put a 1.8, as the tip, and I went, wait a minute. So I used that one and made the money sign. So they were all saying, she just gave you an $18 tip. I went, no.
Is that why Caitlin just quit?
She did. She says,
poor thing.
No, lady.
I'm out of here. I'm taking my $18. I'm out of here.
No, she looks so sweet. I've got to go meet her. I'll try and meet everyone
so
you have.
sweet.
You have so many people working for you.
She's from Austin, and she goes to Sam Houston. So she works for us like 3 or 4 days a week. But she worked as a barista for a while. So she came in, and after like 2 days, I gave her her keys. Usually it takes about a month with training and getting them ready. And
Okay,
you
guys, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I have a friend from college who works at a coffee place. What's it called? He has the cup, and he pours the cream, and he does like the art.
Latte art.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caitlin's good at that.
Yeah, he does all that. He does like little like flowers, or he'll do a heart, or he'll do a swan.
It takes forever to learn to do that because I had a shop in Michigan 21 years ago. And I can just do a heart now.
Wow.
But it's not like I stand there and just try all the time. But yeah.
Okay. Well, you have our hearts. So that we love you so much. And you guys have got to visit the Conroe Coffee, and then you can look in on our show behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so exciting. Okay, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much, Conner.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for being here. And we'll have so much fun. So you just join us at 10 o'clock, 104.5, 106.1. and irlonestar.com globally. We love you guys. The Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
Thanks for checking out this production on Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's radio station. For more information on this show and other shows on Lone Star, check us out online at irlonestar.com. If you're interested in sponsoring a program on Lone Star Community Radio and reaching the local audience of Montgomery County on FM, internet, and TV media, please call 936-647-5747 or contact us online at irlonestar.com. This recording is a Lone Star Community Radio production, produced by the show host and Dick Schissler of Lone Star Community Radio. Interested in volunteering as a music DJ or starting your own talk show? Contact Dick Schissler at dick@irlonestar.com or by phone at 936-647-5747.